I nearly got banned from doing YouTube while I was starting as a football agent. So if 10 years ago somebody said to me that I would have signed a pro academy player from my YouTube videos, maybe I would have believed them. Nobody in this industry would have believed them for sure. And that's because people were so skeptical about sharing information and sharing the life of a football agent on YouTube. But that's why this video is really interesting, because I'm flying back to Sardinia today. I'm gonna bring you with me. It's close to where I grew up, but more importantly, it's signing day. We're gonna sign a player to our agency. I'm gonna go and watch him play live, do the shooting, and spend time with the player and the family. And all of this is because of YouTube. Okay, maybe not all of it because of YouTube, but YouTube has played a massive part in this. So grab yourself a tea, popcorn, whatever you prefer, because I really can't wait to share this story with you in this new episode of Life as a Football Agent. The football industry, and even more the agents world, has always been a very private world. Agents used to operate behind the scenes, very closed, and that's why at the beginning they really used to hate the fact that I shared so much online. First agencies I worked for, they used to ask me to not publish anything online, but that had two big problems.
Landed in Cagliari, Sardinia. 4 days to go to signing day. This is the island where I grew up, but this time I'm here for a very special reason. In a certain way, YouTube already changed my life. I've been sharing my journey since 2017, sharing about me moving from Sardinia to London, about opening a business like Traslow in London. It has been incredible, even football-wise, because first of all, it got me to meet so many people. It got me to meet new partners for business adventures and get to know a lot of you guys that now follow here on YouTube and Instagram. But mainly, it opened the doors with football as well.
When I started with the first agency 7-8 years ago, again, I nearly got banned from doing YouTube and from doing social media in terms of they really wanted me to not post anything, to not share anything. And I just didn't believe that was right, but I had to follow the guidelines just to enter the football world. For me, at that stage, it was more important entering the football world and showing that I follow the instructions more than doing what I believed was the right thing. I just knew that YouTube could help me along the journey if used properly and if used in a professional way. After the first few years in football, I just decided to kind of go my own way and do things my own way. And now YouTube helped us sign a player from a top pro academy. And by the way, what a player. But first, how did we get to sign this player? How did YouTube help me sign this player? So as I said at the beginning, there was a lot of criticism and a lot of people thinking that YouTube would actually be a waste of time, that it wasn't serious and it wasn't professional to do YouTube and document the journey. This is one of the reasons for this video. This is about believing in your idea and going against everyone. When I started to do it, nobody on YouTube used to talk about the football agent, and nobody used to document the life, nobody used to share all this information. If you always wait for other people to validate your idea or your belief or your thought, you're always going to be late. And again, it's not a race, but I really wanted to document and share my journey. A few videos came up to the player that we are signing today and the player's family. From what they said, a lot of information in these videos helped them understand a bit more about the industry. They were at a stage where they were being approached by agents and approached by agencies, and they wanted to understand more, and the videos helped them. But by watching the videos, they also got attached to my story, how I do things, how I operate in football, and they reached out, they connected. So who did we sign?
Andrea Pibiri started at Cagliari since he was a baby, literally. 2009, he can play as a 10, as a 8, and recently as a number 6, as a playmaker in front of the defense, as a lower register, a little bit like the Pirlo or Busquets position. What did I see and why did we sign this player? First of all, that position is a very particular position. It's a very unique position. Not everybody can play there, and the fact that Andrea, at his age, only 16, is already running the show. He has a great awareness about the tempo, how to impact the game, how to speed up the tempo, how to slow down the game. The scanning that he constantly does when he's playing, his surroundings, about where he is on the pitch. The technical ability, of course, always willing to receive the ball even in difficult situations, and always helping his teammates to, like we say in Italian, pulire, clean up a lot of difficult balls and dirty situations. These are the first things that impress me about Andrea. There's the scoring ability when he plays as a 10 as well. He has a very good goal contribution in his locker. He scored so many goals, some very good goals, especially when he plays as a number 10. But as you know, the playing part is not all. I always try to see behind the player as well, because the person, the family, when we invest and when we work, and when I say by investing, I mean investing time, of course, and investing all our services, like our analysis guys, our coaches, our striker coach, our S&C guys. When we put all these services onto our players, that's an investment from our side, and more importantly, there's an investment of time, and we want to be sure about the person behind the footballer as well. The family, of course, because all these factors will determine and will be very important when it comes down to either making it or not making it. So personally, I just love Andrea. I love the way he plays. He makes difficult things look very easy. I would like to see him playing up, something in Italy they don't always do. For me, he's ready to play under 17s and Primavera football already. Of course, will be down to the club to decide, but definitely a very, very good player, and someone that I wanted to work with and that I wanted in our roster of players.
And today is about signing him, spending time with him. I already met him 3-4 times. Today's about also watching him live, because I want to watch him live again, doing a shoot, because we want to announce him in the right entourage style. We're always proud of who we sign, and we want to announce him to the world that we are working with this player. Today is just about spending time with this player, celebrating this new journey together. And enough with the talking, I want to share with you guys more about this player, more about the technical aspects of this player. So I'm on the way to Cagliari, as I said, an hour and a half. I'm gonna pop in the studio first just to make sure that everything's on point.
From sharing my journey on YouTube, Fabio Cordella seen the videos, invited me to the events where I met players, where I started to work on their social media, help them with the marketing, and then I started to go on the pitches, watch matches, under 18s, under 21s in London, and sharing this information with agencies and getting my first job in an agency. Then of course get the license, become an agent, start managing players, helping Premier League players, Serie A players, initially with their marketing and then with their contracts, and then becoming a fully FIFA agent. So of course it wasn't only YouTube, but YouTube definitely helped, and this was at a time where everybody was like, don't post, don't share, they won't take you seriously. And I think at the end of this video you'll have an idea and a picture of the concept I'm trying to share with you guys, as again it's kind of a very personal journey. How can we help Andrea? So this part is very easy because we don't work with 200 players, as you know. We are aware of our services and how we can impact Andrea. Already we've seen that the work with our match analyst would help him develop and will help him boss a lot more his position as a number 6, especially the change of positions during these recent years from 10 to 8 to 6 to 8 and now back in 6. It's very easy to lose track or start learning about a certain position and then you get moved back. So having an analysis guy that is constantly working week in, week out with you, can help you understand faster what it takes to better performances in that position. Of course, we always work aligned with what the manager is asking him, because if not, that could become, could backfire on him. But the aim is to make Andrea better in order for him to produce better performances and help his teammates and help his club win matches. Not only that, we think Andrea is entourage strong commercial background. That's too early yet, but going forward we do see a lot of potential there, and more importantly, when there is a good kid, a good family that is aligned and has the same sort of ideas that we have, that's when we see that we can impact the player the most and help him develop in the best that he can become. Then of course there is the relationship. Something clicked straight away with Andrea, so when that happens, myself for example, I want to be there for the player. I want to have that sort of constant relationship with the player. I lived in Sardinia, I know what life is in Sardinia. Andrea has a strong passion for the languages and living abroad as well, so me being there for him, even if he stays for the rest of his life at Cagliari, making sure he gets looked after on anything he needs in every specific moment of his pathway or of his journey. As I said, we don't sign 250 players, and the reason for that is we really want to impact and help as much as we can every single player we sign. So yeah, after the match we went back to Sara's studio. We shot loads of content. It was the first time for Andrea doing a shooting session, and again a new experience for him as well, getting him ready to hopefully what is going to be next. But more importantly, all of this was needed from our side to give Andrea the proper announcement, the announcement that he deserves. We really rate him and we really think he's an important player. You want an important announcement for an important player. Sara, by the way, has been incredible. She's done a session with me in the morning, a session with Andrea in the afternoon. We've got loads of content and good pictures and videos. So yeah, it's something after the match, after all that adrenaline, quite of a fun hour and a half to settle down a little bit again before we all went out to have dinner together and enjoy the night.
5 past midnight. I've got an hour and a half drive to get back home. A very positive day. I just waited for my friend Leonardo Pavoletti. He's a striker at Cagliari. I really wanted to meet Andrea, to give him a few tips as a pro player. There's no price for something like that.